Hey there, everybody. Grant here again, and today I want to share with you the money question, the question that you need to be asking yourself if you want to dramatically increase your financial situation. And people tell me all the time, Grant, I want to get paid more money. I want to make more money. I want to live this life by design that you talk about. I'm not getting paid what I'm worth. They get so frustrated. And the truth of the matter is that that may be true. You may not be getting paid what you're worth. And there are people who are out there making 10 times as much money than you, but they're not 10 times better than you. They don't necessarily have 10 times the skills that you have. However, they do probably have a few select skills that they've really focused on, they've cultivated, they've harnessed. And those skills, those one or two skills, have made them a tremendous amount of money. So, there's a question that you need to be asking yourself. If you want to double the income that you have, that you're currently making, whatever that is, I don't care if you're making $20,000 a year or $200,000 a year, $2 million a year. There's a question you need to ask yourself, and that is, what one skill do I need to develop that would make it the easiest to double my income? I know that sounds like an overly simplistic question, but think about it. Let's say you're making about $12.50 an hour, 40 hours a week. That equates to roughly $25,000 a year. You need to ask yourself, okay, there's many skills that you could develop. But if you could develop one skill incredibly well, what would allow you to double the amount of money that you're making, because it would double or even triple the amount of money you're making for other people, or the output that you're putting out there? And that one skill is what you need to focus on. Because, and I hope this is really sinking into you, and you need to be asking yourself this question. It can be different for every single person. I know people who will say, well, I need to know how to do real estate, and I need to know how to create online websites, and I need to know how to do this, and I need to know how to do that. And the truth of the matter is that all those things will help you make more money. Absolutely, yes. But you need to pick one skill and focus on that one skill that will make it the easiest for you to double your income where you're at. And here's the thing. If you're making $25,000 a year, to double to make $50,000 a year, that skill is probably different than a skill with someone who makes $100,000 a year and wants to go to $200,000 a year. Maybe not necessarily, but most likely. Now, you might be saying, okay, Grant, I have no idea. Well, the truth of the matter is, it kind of depends on where you intend to make your money. If you're doing it within your current job, who makes double your money, and what one skill do they have? Are they a manager? Are they a salesperson? Who's making double your income right now where you're at? And what one skill do they have that if you could say, if I could duplicate that skill, I could easily do what they do? Figure that out. Or maybe you're working for yourself, or maybe you want to start a side hustle. Maybe you need to develop the skill of figuring out how the heck to sell products online so you can create passive income. Maybe you need to know how to build an audience. Maybe you need to know how to pick something that you can actually sell. Now, there's multiple steps within all those, and there's some great products out there and what have you. There's even some on our YouTube channel that you can check out that show some of those different things. But ask yourself right now, if I could magically develop one skill, tomorrow I'll wake up and I've got this one skill and I've got it in spades, and this one skill would make it easiest for me to double my income, what would that be? And then once you have that information, once you've got an idea, go to work on that skill. Go to your local library, look up articles online, find people who have that skill and ask them questions. Go out there and start doing that, because as you develop that skill, what's going to happen is your income is going to start to go up dramatically. And then you're going to reach this point where you're going to say, okay, I've got this skill really well. What's the next skill? Now that I'm at 50,000, what's the one skill that will allow me to go to 100,000? And instead of trying to develop 50 different skills all at the same time and doing them at 2% of your capacity, pick just a couple and focus on those. And those two or three skills will literally change your entire financial situation. Maybe it's your understanding of money. That's what it was for me at one point in time. My skills, I needed to understand how money worked better. If I was the kind of person who understand how money worked, that skill would allow me to become infinitely more financially successful. And I developed that skill. I read books, I went to seminars, I talked to people, I did all kinds of stuff. Maybe I needed to know how to sell at one point in time. I said, if I could sell, then I could double my income. Guess what? I doubled my income because I learned how to sell. There are so many different things out there. So you need to ask yourself that one question. Ask yourself regularly and say, okay, what did I do today to develop this skill? What can I do today to develop this skill? And again, I know it sounds like an overly simplistic question, but the simplest answers are usually the most profound. They usually have the biggest impact on whatever it is that you're doing. I hope you really take that to heart. And if you've got additional questions, feel free to leave them in the comments, or if there's things in regards to money in general that you want to know about or hear about or have questions on, or just your thoughts, go ahead and just leave those in the comments. But I believe everyone who has the ability to be financially secure has a responsibility. And if you have the ability to determine what skills you need and how to develop those skills, then you have everything in your toolbox that you need to truly excel from a financial standpoint. So I just wanted to share that with you real quick, just a couple of minutes on that. Please take that question to heart, because that question can literally change your entire life. If you're interested in this kind of stuff, sometimes we talk about making money in these particular videos, specific plans or products or whatever the case may be. Sometimes we talk about the mindset of money. Sometimes we talk about things like this. And then I'll even showcase products that I've experimented with that I find can actually create additional income or even streamline business ventures, things like that. If any of that interests you, make sure you go ahead and click the subscribe button, click the little bell so you get notifications. But that's what I wanted to share with you guys today. Every financially successful person I've ever met, every single one can easily answer that question. So if you want to be like them, you need to be able to answer it too. I hope you guys really take that to heart. I look forward to seeing you guys next time.